So welcome to the Energy Healing Lifestyle Journal Self-Care Challenge. My name is Robin Knott, and I'm your host of the channel and the founder of the energyhealingschool.com. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my journaling process and share some real-life examples along the way. So to start us off, our journaling prompt for the day: how do you heal from betrayal? Can be a big one in those moments when we feel betrayal. Before I dive in, let's set the stage, right? So setting the intention that we are going to journal, that we're going to hold space for ourselves without blame, shame, and guilt, that we are just allowing ourselves to be open, to listen, to just let whatever comes in, come in, right? It's just taking a moment to listen to ourselves, really, ultimately. Write out the words self-care as an acronym, and then underline the letter for the day. So today, the letter F in self-care stands for forgiveness. In my healing system of Best You, the letter would be T in best and stands for transformation. So forgiveness in itself is extremely transformational, right? It's literally how we can transmute some energy from that heavy, just very heavy, low vibrational energy, and cracking that open in a sense, in a transmutation, bringing it into a higher, lighter vibrational frequency. So then I like to write out the words of the acronym: forgiveness, transformation, and then is all governed by the heart chakra. So Heart Chakra Energy. So then let me repeat the journal prompt again for today, which is, how do you heal from betrayal? And of course, then my answer was eventually. See, there's some resistance in there because the word eventually came out first. Eventually, forgiveness. Forgiveness helps me heal from betrayal. So then I also added what helps with forgiveness. Because as we go deeper, if we're being honest with ourselves, if and when we feel betrayed, how easy, quote unquote, easy is it to forgive? Maybe we're in a space and time that it does become easy. We just make the choice and we forgive, or we allow forgiveness to occur, right? If we're not quite there yet, or depending on what the betrayal, again, quotes, betrayal is, could play a role in that, right? Could weigh in a factor there. So not necessarily in this order. I just wrote it as it came about. One way that helps me with forgiveness is expanding my perspective. I know it can be frustrating sometimes to hear, what do other people think and feel? Is it our responsibility? No. If we have a level of understanding, can it help us in our process? Yes, it can. So again, it depends on where we're at. And I'm kind of smirking because I'm just thinking of the different phases that I have been in my own life. And sometimes there are times when I've been able to just be open and kind of observe, right, as we move up throughout the rest of the week into the third eyebrow chakra and talk about observation, to observe situations, expand my perspective, see it from other people's point of views, throw in some, well, maybe this was going on, or maybe that was going on, or, maybe this, maybe that. Not necessarily trying to figure it out or prove anything, but just to expand my perspective, just to say, maybe it's not exactly how I see it. Maybe it's not exactly how I feel it, right? Because we are just one piece in the puzzle, so to speak. So that's one way that helps me get to a space of forgiveness where at least I can allow it to occur. Remember, I've talked about Matt Kahn before, and that too helped expand my perspective in a sense to say, maybe if I'm not ready yet to be the one who is doing the forgiving, if I'm not the one taking the action to do the forgiving, then maybe I can at least kind of just be open to allowing forgiveness to occur, kind of like handing it over, right? Whatever your belief is, God, source, pure spirit, the source of unconditional love, universe, whatever, handing it over and saying, you do it. I can't, right? And my human cannot do that. My human cannot do the forgiveness. But I'm okay if you do. I won't get in the way. Not that you need my permission in a sense, but I won't get in the way for you to do the forgiving, right? I can allow it to occur. That in itself still helps shift the energy within us, that transformation. And I do love that because we really are not in control of everything and everyone. So having that awareness, acceptance perspective for one, but two, reminding ourselves that the forgiveness really is for us. The forgiveness is for us to stop lugging around the weight of whatever it was, the betrayal, right? The forgiveness is for us to be able to release all the energy that comes along with those feelings of betrayal, because it's heavy, right? We don't have to lug that around. We don't have to stick it in a backpack. Here's my betrayal. I mean, weird visuals. Here's my betrayal in the backpack. All these emotions that come along with it, tossing it over my shoulder. And I'm just going to keep lugging the weight, carrying the weight on my shoulders with me wherever I go, day in and day out. Why would I do that? We do it. But when you look at it in that way, it's like, why would we do that when we don't have to? Those people out there who we feel betrayed us, they're not lugging around that weight. We are. And when we betray ourselves, right, different aspects of self, when our human ego self betrays our highest self, our soul, that source of unconditional love self, is the source of unconditional love carrying around a baggage of heavy betrayal energy? I'm thinking it's not, to be fair. But the humanness will, because the humanness then will kick in the blame, shame, and guilt, right? And throw more boulders in that bag for us to carry. So having that awareness. So I didn't even write awareness, but that, having the awareness, right? So awareness, which is why we did the journaling, expanding your perspective. Another one was the radical acceptance. Remember, acceptance also isn't saying, it's fine, it's okay, continue to do what you do. I mean, yeah, continue to do what you do, but I am not going to be a part of it, right? Acceptance is saying, okay, I see it for what it is, but now I get to make a choice. What do I want to do next? What part is mine? What part isn't? And then my choice. Excuse me. So there's pieces that are involved in the radical acceptance. The acceptance in itself is one, but again, that doesn't mean we have to say, it's just the way it is. This person is going to betray me over and over and over again. I accept that that's just what's going to happen. No. The radical acceptance is to say, okay, this person betrayed me. So now what is my next step? How do I then protect my energy? In what ways do I need to set boundaries so that I'm not in the position anymore to be betrayed by that person? That's where my quote unquote control is, right? That's where I have, again, I hate these words, power and control over. I won't say hate, that's a strong word, but I don't like the words. But those are my choices. That's empowering for me. Acceptance is seeing it for what it is and then making my choice. To me, disempowerment is staying in resistance to not see something as it is. Because I'm not going to change a thing until I see it. Right? When I got the blinders on, and you can't make me look, and you can't make me accept it, and you can't make me see it, and you can't make me, then what? I just get stuck in it. That, in a sense, is like saying, okay, there's a part of me that knows that this betrayal is going to occur, but since I'm unwilling to see it and accept it, I'm just going to stay in it so it can continue. the other part, wait, let me backtrack. So even on the radical acceptance, sometimes that is as we look within, right? Which is my thing. Self-awareness, self-esteem, self-image, self-love, self-worth, right? When we're looking within and we're honest with ourselves and we see like, okay, in a sense, I betrayed my highest self because I allowed my ego to get stuck in fear. Just an example that comes to mind. I let my ego get stuck in fear. Well, here's a real example, real life example, in reflection. Before I would come on and do these videos, right, I was terrified. And I would do a few, kind of test the waters and play it out, but I was still really terrified when I went through that process. I was afraid to let people see me, partly because I wasn't fully sure who I was, right? Because that chameleon, some of those codependent patterns that we talk about, all those fears of rejection and success and failure and all the things get in the way. And as that gets in the way, in a sense, then we betray our true self, our highest self, our soul, the source of unconditional love, that aspect of us that feels like we have this purpose to come on here and do something to support other empaths, to support other people who have these patterns of codependency, just to support other people, to spread that love, to share the love, to let people know you're not alone. It can be pretty scary to show up and say, hey, I'm a human. Hi, my name's Robin and I'm a human and I love up, right? My name's Robin and I've done some things I'm not proud of. My name's Robin and I've betrayed myself, my own values, my own desires, my own purpose. I do purpose as air quotes because of my deepest belief, our purpose is to be here. I guess not as extravagant as we try to make it sound. But we have contracts and we do have those deep desires. And I believe they are soul, like they're deep in our soul desires, right? That deep passion, which comes out as purpose to help and help heal the world kind of thing. And that's okay. We go with it. But to do that, we have to let people know that, right? So, oh, I'm not going to get on a soapbox for a hot minute. You don't mind. You get on a soapbox. So I think of marketing. Can't stand it, don't like it. Advertising, marketing, whatever. Here's this course that I put together. But I put it together because I want to help other people. But how do you know if I have it to help, if I have something that might help you, if I don't tell you, right? Silly, isn't it? So anyways, again, just bringing it inwards and then real life examples. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't have to be in that particular way, but you know what you feel deep inside. You know those times when you are reflecting and that inner critic wants to jump in and start beating you up because you didn't do this thing that you were so passionate about and you let a fear get in your way. You betrayed yourself in a sense, right? When you don't take care of yourself or give yourself a certain amount of self-love, you're betraying you. So still, go back to the journal prompt. How do you heal from that betrayal? Still forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't just for other people outside of ourselves. Forgiveness comes back in to ourselves too, right? For the times that we were human, making human decisions, doing human things that were not in our best interest or anybody else's. Yeah. So having forgiveness there as well. Thank you for letting me go on my soapbox. And then the third is letting it go. Just releasing the blame, shame, and guilt, releasing the resistance, releasing those moments of beating yourself up, right? Give it to God, source, creator, universe, the source of unconditional love, again, whatever relationship you have, and then therefore name that you give. And at some point, it may just become a choice. Like literally just choosing to forgive or choosing to allow that forgiveness to occur. Depends on where you're at in the situation, and it's fine, either one. But again, those are just some things that came up as I was journaling, because, walk your talk. I haven't said that in so long. This is a walk your talk thing. So I do it and share it with you and hope that you find it useful. And my journaling process is kind of a go deep adventure. Again, just my thing. It's what I like to do. I like to go deep. I like to do deep dives within myself. However, self-care is not always the deep dive, right? It doesn't always have to be a deep dive. Do what you need to do for you. I got to go home, spend a few hours, couple hours by myself. Let me get a drink. Well, not just by myself, with my dog. It's not really been my dog. I brought him home, but since I have not been home, my son and his girlfriend take really good care of him now. So I got to have puppy loves and watch a movie, which I don't usually watch TV, but I watched a movie. And it was nice just to chill out. That too is self-care. Taking your shower, giving yourself a moment just to enjoy a shower is self-care. Getting something to eat is self-care. Getting some water to drink is self-care. Getting some rest when you need it, and even when you don't think you might need it. Getting rest is self-care. So just that friendly reminder as well. Doesn't always have to be the deep dive, but there are things we can do to take care of ourselves. Also, heart chakra energy. So when that energy is wonky, you may have a difficult time forgiving or allowing forgiveness to occur, right? You may feel kind of stuck in that energy of betrayal, energy of grief, because when we feel betrayed, we feel like we lost something too, right? We don't typically say our closest friends are those who betray us over and over. If there is, schedule an appointment with me right away, please. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but seriously, because we need to look into some things right there. What else? Since I'm on that note, protecting your energy, setting and maintaining healthy boundaries, the Empathic Healers Masterclass, please go to my page, my website, theenergyhealingschool.com. You will find it there. It is a free gift to you. Please check that out. If you feel that you often deny yourself, when you have those moments where you're like, who am I even? Right? Like, I don't even get to be me. Or you feel like you lose yourself. Please sign up for the ice cubes are popping, sorry. The BU challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, breaking patterns of codependency, which when we feel like we've lost ourselves, we have patterns of codependency. Just saying. And right now, before the pre-launch, did it again. I forgot to pick a date. While it's in the pre-launch mode, you get it half off. Again, it's not expensive to begin with, but still, my gift just to offer it half off. Peeking at a calendar right now. I'll look more for tomorrow. I said that yesterday. My apologies. So more on heart chakra wonky energy. You might have difficulties with breathing. So asthma. You might have high blood pressure, heart disease, lung disease, things going on with your immune system, like a low immune system. So when you think of the heart chakra governing all of this area in our chest, right? So our circulatory system and our respiratory system, anything dealing in those areas could deal with the heart chakra energy. Feelings of jealousy, that resentment, bitterness, holding grudges, isolation, grief, loneliness, all of that could indicate wonky. Yes, that's a word, heart chakra energy. Some things we can do to help support the energy in our heart chakra, in addition to this journaling process, right? So, breath, taking in slow, deep breaths, and not just right here, because oftentimes we do that, right? We do the shallow breathing. It's like trauma breathing in a sense. Bring your breath in deep, like belly breathing. fill the bottom of your lungs, feel them expand, right? And don't do it too fast, just enjoy it. Deep breath in, hold it for a couple seconds, and then blow it all out, right? That in itself can help support the energy in your heart chakra. And also solfeggio frequency, because you know I love them. The solfeggio frequency that resonates with the heart chakra is 639 hertz. So there's that. Let me know in the comments how this journaling process is going for you. What was this journal prompt specifically like for you? What came up? If you are willing to share. Again, go to theenergyhealingschool.com, see what's available to help support you in your journey. There's some freebies there. There's some other low-cost courses as well and support as well. I'll give you more information as we go. If you are interested in the BU challenge in pre-launch mode for the half off, the coupon code is PRELAUNCH when you sign up, and that is listed for you in the description of this video as well. So for now, take good care of you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time in the world it is for you. And I will see you tomorrow for Throat Chakra Energy, when we talk more about communication and your truth. See you soon. So much love. Bye, guys.